Good evening, everybody, and we thank everybody for coming tonight. We're going to go ahead and get the meeting started with the Pledge of Allegiance. You join me. We'll start off with the superintendent's report and some outstanding student recognitions.
Thank you. We have a lot going on tonight, and we're going to kick it off with our presentation on our students who've received the Seal of Biliteracy. So I'm going to ask Mrs. Druisis to join us at the podium.
All right, let's see if we can do this without instructions. Green is good to go, right?
Yep.
Solid green. Here we go. Good evening, members of the Board of Education, Mount Sinai community members, SEAL recipients, and proud families. The New York State Seal of Biliteracy recognizes high school graduates who have attained a high level of proficiency in English and one or more additional languages. Students achieve this distinction by earning 3 points in English and a world language of their choice. This is Mount Sinai's second year awarding the Seal of Biliteracy. Last year, we recognized 8 students who earned this incredible honor. This year, I am beyond proud to share that our program has grown. 22 students will be receiving the seal in 7 different languages: English, French, Italian, Spanish, Russian, Chinese, and Japanese. We even have a student earning the seal for triliteracy. Matteo Del Poeta has demonstrated proficiency and met the requirements in English, Spanish, and Italian. You can clap for him if you want. These students made the choice to do something extra, something above and beyond. They voluntarily added to their already demanding course loads and rigorous schedules. Some even prepared for their presentations while on their senior trip to Disney. Sitting in on their presentations was the absolute highlight of the year. Several students pursued the seal in a heritage language. I want to take a moment to acknowledge their incredible families who saw the value in preserving and nurturing bilingualism at home. Raising biliterate children is no easy feat. It takes intentionality, consistency, and heart, and I commend you. It was truly inspiring to witness the thoughtfulness and range of topics these students explored. They presented on artists significant to the cultures of their chosen languages, on personal interests like sports and theater, and how they compare across cultures, and on career-oriented themes such as psychology. Spoiler alert, many medical terms are the same in English and Spanish, so I was able to follow that presentation very well. At the conclusion of each presentation, a panel of educators conducted interviews with the students. This allowed us not only to further assess their proficiency, but also hear in their own words why they chose their topics and what the experience meant to them. In our final presentation, I had the privilege of interviewing one of our heritage language earners after he completed his English project. Yi Ji's wise outlook on life deeply moved me. I asked his permission to share his story and some of the sentiments that he expressed. Throughout his presentation and interview, Yi Ji shared that when his parents sent him to study abroad, they hoped it would bring him great opportunities. At first, however, the experience had the opposite effect. Struggling to learn a new language, he fell behind in his studies compared to his peers back home. This led to self-doubt and a sense of isolation. But he made the courageous decision to face these challenges head-on and find a new way to grow. He realized that learning English was a way to improve himself. He shared that the loneliness he felt was necessary for him to grow, and that the pain from the past can help you to achieve. He also said, "As soon as you have made a decision, you have already improved." These powerful words were spoken by Yi Ji, who is earning the seal in his first language, Chinese, and his second language, English, after demonstrating proficiency in both. His story is a reminder that growth often comes through struggle, and that perseverance, reflection, and choice are at the heart of all meaningful learning. As our SEAL recipients prepare to leave for college and beyond, they too will face moments of uncertainty and important decisions. I hope they carry Yi Ji's words with them. As soon as you have made a decision, you have already improved. These words capture the spirit of this entire process, choosing to challenge themselves, embracing their languages, and rising to the occasion. It is my great honor to celebrate the exceptional students who have earned this prestigious seal of biliteracy. This remarkable achievement reflects not only their hard work and dedication, but also their deep commitment to building bridges across cultures. In an increasingly interconnected world, the ability to communicate in more than one language is an invaluable skill, one that opens doors, creates understanding, and connects us all on a global level. Without further ado, I'd like to congratulate the following individuals. We have a few students that are not able to attend this evening, so they all got their medallions at our graduation rehearsal on Friday, but I'm going to call all of their names because they deserve to be recognized. If you are here, when I call your name, please come get your certificate and stay standing so we can take a picture. Victoria Acosta. Sophia Alfinito. Brielle Bowles. Peyton Begay. Jesse Chen. Ava Clark. Mateo Del Poeta, our tri-literacy earner. Orlando Di Desidero. Alexander Faris. Erica Ferdinand. Yi Ji. Mackenzie Kling. Magdalena Law. Erica Lowe. John Malizia. Finn Padilla. Maren Rickenbach. Caitlin Robert. Victoria Tripolic. Justina Vaccaro. And Carrie Wang. Oh, sorry. Thank you. My brain is a step ahead. I was trying to. Thank you. Maybe we do two. Yeah. Squish. Congratulations to these outstanding students. Your accomplishments make us immensely proud, and we look forward to the incredible contributions you will make to our diverse and vibrant society.
Thank you, Ms. Druisis. Great job. And great job to everybody. That was an incredible accomplishment. We are so proud of you, our second group receiving their seal of biliteracy and triliteracy. I'd like to invite up, is Mrs. Hacker in the audience? Come on down. She has a special award. Thank you.
I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. My name is Gina Hacker. I teach chemistry here at the high school. This award goes out to a very outstanding student, Aras Farrell. He, overall, the whole year had one of the highest averages, and he scored the highest on the chemistry Olympiad from our school. So I want to congratulate him on his hard work and his outstanding performance with this American Chemical Society Award. Aras, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Next, I'm going to ask up Miss Romeo to recognize some of our very special students that are in the audience right now.
Thank you. So I am beyond proud to recognize 3 outstanding young men. As a proud daughter and sister of career military veterans, I could not be prouder to stand here to recognize the 3 young men that we're going to honor tonight. Tonight we honor 3 young men who are about to make their commitment to the United States Armed Services. First, we recognize Vincent Cardone. Vin, come on up. Stay right there. Vincent will be enlisting in the U.S. Marine Corps. The motto of the United States Marine Corps is Latin, Semper Fidelis, which translates to always faithful. It signifies a lifelong commitment that the Marines have to their Corps and their country, as well as their unwavering loyalty to one another. We are proud of Vincent as he pledges his commitment to serving our nation as a Marine, and we wish him a successful and safe career as a proud member of the Marine Corps. Stay there. I'd now like to invite up Nigel Carreras and Sean Kelly. Nigel and Sean will soon be members of the United States Navy. Members of the United States Navy have adopted their motto, Semper Fortis, meaning always courageous. This defines the Navy's spirit and tradition of courageous service to their country. As Sean and Nigel join the proud ranks of the U.S. Navy, we wish them also a safe and successful career. Please join me in recognizing the courage and commitment of brave Americans like these young men, Vincent, Sean, and Nigel. It is because of their service to our nation that we will be able to pursue our passions, our dreams, and the goal of a brighter future for generations to come. I'd also like to take this time to recognize the families of these brave young men who are pledging their commitment to our nation. It is a testament to you as families as well, their commitment. So tonight, not only are we honoring them, but we're honoring your families as well. So please join me in recognizing these brave young men. These 2 young men will also be joining Benjamin Franquez, who will be attending West Point and serving in the Army, as well as Tyler Zara, who will be attending the U.S. Naval Academy as well. So we could not be prouder of the graduates of Mount Sinai and those who make the ultimate commitment to our nation. So thank you again.
I know we have finals and things happening, so certainly if our students need to leave, we understand. Don't feel that you have to stay, but you're more than welcome to stay. So just need to give that excuse. I'm going to give a couple updates about what's happening in the district. A lot of exciting things happening. I don't think they want to sit for the whole thing. There's my Guido. So over the last few weeks, we've had field day at the elementary school. We were in Newsday for a good thing for our super twins in the front, our salutatorian and valedictorian. So thank you for getting us in Newsday for a good reason. We appreciate it. And you were on News 12 today as well. I caught you. I got a message from your mom, but I had seen it before that, so I was very excited to see that. Just last week, we had our parade to the past where our seniors came through to the middle school and the elementary school, and they were treated to an incredible video that was put together by the elementary school. I know they're going to be publishing that for our families, but that was a great day for our seniors. We had our track and field girls and boys winning and going to states, so that's very exciting. We went this weekend, we had 2 winners, and we'll find out more about that at a later date. But overall, and there's a picture of our Seal of Biliteracy winners who got their medals on Friday. We also finished out all of our spring concerts, so that was great. And that in the middle is a picture of our baseball field, that is just about done. We are almost there, so that's very exciting to see. I wanted to give an update on capital projects. Again, this is the $3,000 that was approved in May 2024. We now have the baseball field is almost complete. Our softball field is in progress at this point, the phone system is in progress, and our door security system is in progress. That's really going to kick in once school ends in 2 weeks so that they can get into the buildings to do that work. Also at May, we approved a project for the elementary school. We've submitted that to the state for approval already, and we are hoping to get that approved quickly so that we can fix some of those exterior-interior concerns over in that portable section of the elementary school and some HVAC concerns. Just a note on capital projects overview. I wanted to just mention that a lot of people sometimes ask about, well, how do you come up with the choices for the projects that you're doing? Well, New York State requires us to have a visual building inspection done every 5 years, and that's done with our architect. So we were assigned to complete our building condition survey in 2022. And the purpose is really to identify any issues with the infrastructure and the systems that need to be replaced or repaired within the next 5 years. So we have to create a 5-year plan, and then every 5 years we do another inspection and create another plan. And we have to itemize and decide which things need to be done and what are the priorities in every single building. Now, I'm not sure if everybody knows the history, but back in 2018, there was a bond vote where a lot of things were included that needed to be done, and the bond vote failed. And because that bond vote failed, we have spent time over the last few years, thanks to our business office, saving money for capital projects and completing a lot of those projects. So some of the big ones that are on there include things like turf fields, air conditioning, the science lab renovations, some of the different boiler and burner replacements. And a lot of those we've been able to accomplish over the last few years, as I said, through the Capital Reserve Fund. I did want to point that out because we do have projects that continue to need to be done. We, over the last 3-4 years, have completed the HVAC, electrical, plumbing throughout the district, auditorium, sound, and lighting at the high school and middle school. We've done library renovations here and at the middle school. We've done music suite and auditorium ceiling at the middle school, the turf fields for baseball, softball, and that all-purpose field that's right outside of the gymnasium. Boiler and hot water heater updates, science lab renovations. We're doing the exterior and interior doors and lock replacements, our upgraded phone system, and exterior interior improvements in the elementary rear wing. So these are all things that we needed to have done. And there have been various smaller projects. So we still have quite a few things from that original list that need to be done. And other things have come up that need to be done. So I would like to share with the board that I think we need to start having a discussion about proposing a bond. So why now would we propose a possible bond? Well, it addresses some of the urgent facility needs to ensure that we have a safe and modern learning environment for students and staff. It takes advantage of the interest rates that are low right now and makes borrowing more cost-effective to the taxpayers. I think if we wait too long, the rates will go too high. It has to respond to the community growth and changing educational requirements, such as the updated curriculum and technology needs that we have. It allows us to get state aid, which right now we get 78% back from the state for every dollar that we spend. So we get 78 cents for every dollar that we spend. And it further prevents the escalation of costs for some of the things that are happening now, like our roofs And right now, we're having issues at our elementary school where we have leaks, and we need to repair these things. We need to replace a roof. So these are the things that we're seeing that do need to be addressed, and they can't just be done in piecemeal over every year over the next few years. It's things that we have to really consider going out and talking to the community about. So here are some of the priority list projects that we haven't addressed or that we need to address. The roof at the elementary school. The playground, we have fixed Big Toy and had to bring in pieces, and it's been a challenge. So we do have pieces that have to be replaced. Our bathrooms across the district for students in the middle school and the elementary school. Windows at the middle school, part of the roof at the middle school, coating a section of the middle school roof, auditorium seats and the floor and carpet at the high school, our gutters and ice guards and coating at the high school, our paving throughout the district. I think everybody knows, driving on this district, how challenging it is with the speed bumps and with the way the road is in front of the elementary school and the middle school. That's an area that we really need to reconfigure. And a possible another turf field. Here are some of the pictures of some of the conditions that our architect found walking around the district. You know, he sat and met and talked to us about the projects that need to be done. There it is in black and white. As a secondary list, if we were able to, here are some of the other areas we would love to focus in on. Things like changing some of the walls that we have in our elementary school and our middle school. I think our teachers will tell you they don't love the walls in between the classrooms. So our auditorium lights at the middle school, gym wall pads, masonry and siding, ceilings at the elementary school are very outdated. Lockers at the middle school, cafe serving line at the middle school, some flooring, upgrading mechanical and electrical, and masonry repairs, which I said, and our barn, that needs to be replaced down the road too. So what I would propose is that we put together the cost analysis for the priority lists and then make a secondary list and include everything so that if it's possible, if the costs come to a certain amount, we could then hit some of the secondary jobs as well. What would be the next steps? So we would determine the costs for the projects. We're going to have to schedule Board of Ed meetings to do a review. We have to do an environmental review to be able to do these projects, and we have to schedule community meetings to hear from the community. So I just wanted to share that with the Board of Education because we need to schedule some extra meetings over the summer to discuss some of these things. So, any questions from the board? No? Some of our upcoming events, we've got graduations, moving ups. We've got a day off on Thursday for Juneteenth. We've got high school graduation, rain date, and the last day of school is next Friday already. Can't believe that happened so quickly. I am going to go to my next slide. I'm going to ask for Ms. Romeo to step up for our next piece of staff recognition.
So much like our young man that we honored today, a lot goes into becoming a Mustang. And the people that we're going to recognize today, I am honored to not only consider friends, mentors, but you know, lifelong members of the Mount Sinai family. I'm going to start off with John Wilson. John Wilson is someone I've known for a long time. So I'm honored to stand up here and recognize Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson has provided support services to the students of Mount Sinai for over 2 decades. He's become a huge member of what it means to be a Mount Sinai Mustang. Through his work with the SAD Club and its members, Mr. Wilson has helped generations of our students to understand the importance of helping others and giving back. His ongoing involvement with Holiday Magic has provided not just gifts and monetary need for families in need, but also a true sense of community and a sense of support for those around him. He embodies what the Dalai Lama once said about education. When educating the minds of our youth, we must not forget to educate their hearts. We wish Mr. Wilson all the best as he begins the next chapter of his story and recognize that he's become a grandfather for the second time, so congratulations. We also, the other night, Christmas Magic, didn't have enough wonderful things to say about you, and we want to honor you with this plaque of recognition. For grateful appreciation and gratitude, we thank you for your years of dedicated service in helping to provide assistance to children in need during the holiday season. Your selfless efforts to bring joy to the lives of so many deserving children in our community will never be forgotten. So tonight we honor you. Mr. Wilson, come on up. Congratulations. Congratulations. I was hoping that you would be. So our other two retirees at the high school are not with us, but I think it's important to recognize their service to not only Mount Sinai, but to Robert M. Grable High School. First is Susan Briska. Miss Briska has been a driving force behind the success of our math department and its students for many years. She is a leader among her colleagues and peers. Miss Briska exemplifies excellence in education, constantly setting high expectations for herself and her students. She is known for her unwavering commitment to helping the students not just achieve, but learn through the process of trial and error each time. As Dan Rather once said, dreams begin, most of the time, with a teacher who believed in you, who tugs and pushes and leads you to the next plateau, sometimes poking you with a stick called truth. Miss Briska has led countless students towards their next plateau. As she begins the journey towards her next plateau, I think back affectionately to the nickname given to her by our building's namesake, Mr. Grable. He referred to Miss Briska as Sarge, and I think those of us who know her know how significant that is. It was said with love, because she is a true commander, a leader to so many of her colleagues, and an inspiration to never stop pushing her students towards their best. To my friend and mentor, I wish you all the best as you retire, Sue, and I hope you get to spend countless days enjoying life, traveling and snorkeling with your beautiful family. I'd also like to recognize Donna Shapiro. Donna Shapiro of our science department. Just as a single atom can change the properties of a molecule, one small action can change the trajectory of a life. Dr. Shapiro, or D-Shaps, as she's known affectionately by her students, has undoubtedly served as the accelerant for change in so many of her students' lives. As an educator, she applied her knowledge and expertise in the scientific world to her teaching, helping her students view all things through the lens of experimentation, exploration, and discovery. She inspires her students to never stop questioning the world around them. Now, as Dr. Shapiro begins her next experiment, or retirement as we like to call it, I hope that she has the opportunity to continue exploring with her three beautiful daughters and husbands, Mr. Shapiro, who was an equally important part of the Mount Sinai High School family. So please join me in recognizing these three outstanding educators who I am honored to call mentors, friends, and again, family members. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Elsesser.
Good evening. Good to see everyone here tonight. Distinct honor for me to be up here honoring another Mount Sinai household name. You have John Wilson, you have Sergeant Briska, which were big names back when I was a student here at the high school. And of course, we have Mr. Tom Duffy. And Mr. Duffy couldn't be here tonight due to a family commitment with his son, but we're really proud to celebrate him here tonight. He's an extraordinary educator whose career has really spanned a decent length of time of 37 years, 1988 to 2025, I was told. He's served in a variety of roles. He's been a teacher, a coach, an assistant principal, a custodian, and a respected leader in our Teachers Association. But beyond the many roles that he's had, Mr. Duffy's been known for something even more meaningful, and it really is his genuine care for kids. My brothers still talk about Mr. Duffy. They both had him many, many years ago. His deep passion for Mustang pride and the way he's just touched the lives of all students and staff. His classroom is always full of energy, real-world conversations, lots of laughs, and lessons to ensure students know their content. However, his impact really extends beyond those classroom walls. He's a teacher, a mentor, a friend, someone who's always looked out for all kids, not just the ones on his roster. I'm proud to say that this year our yearbook in the middle school is dedicated to Mr. Duffy. And today at our 8th grade class day, there was a really nice tribute paid to him from one of our students. And I can always say that he did his best to look out for this new first-year principal, many times offering invaluable advice and insight throughout the entire academic year, and for that I say thank you. So please join me in honoring Mr. Duffy, who's at home tonight. 37 years of dedication, service, and heart. His legacy will live on at Mount Sinai forever. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll have you stay, so we'll go to our next slide. Our next group of staff that we are recognizing this evening. I'm skipping ahead a little bit. Ms. Porio's getting nervous because I skipped ahead.
So we'll jump down the list here. I'll kick off the tenure appreciations tonight. I want to congratulate all those receiving tenure. Something that really it's a milestone in an educator's journey. I've had the privilege of having it a few times myself, and it's something that I've never taken for granted. So congratulations to all of our tenure recipients tonight. I have the honor of speaking on behalf of Ms. Tracy Marcello, who's one of our family consumer science teachers. I don't think she was able to make it this evening. I'd like to start by sharing some comments from Mrs. Panassi, who's our Director of Music and Applied Arts, who also couldn't be here tonight. In the words of Ms. Panassi, it's a pleasure to recognize Ms. Tracy Marcello as she receives tenure as a family consumer science teacher here in Mount Sinai. In her time here, Ms. Marcello has brought consistent care and professionalism to her work. Her classroom reflects strong planning and a clear sense of purpose. As one administrator has noted, Ms. Marcello has implemented excellent classroom procedures and utilizes the entire period, true story by the way, with students engaged from the moment they come into the room. Another described her classroom as a place of collaboration and community, where students feel comfortable asking for help and sharing their progress. In addition to her work in the classroom, she served as the advisor to the 5th and 6th grade Home and Careers Club, while also reaching out to help the school beyond the department when needed. I'd like to add that this was one of our most popular groups in the building this year, just behind Drama Club, I believe. In her own words, Ms. Marcello has said about her last several years here in the district, one of the greatest joys of my role has been teaching a subject matter that connects directly to real life and everyday needs. Helping students make these connections has been both meaningful and inspiring. The passion for her field is evident both in how she teaches and in how her students respond to her lessons. As principal, I've had the pleasure of getting to know Ms. Marcello this year, first as a teacher. Her and I share a common ground. We both taught career and technical education, me business, her family consumer science, often talking about how class can be fun and making it engaging. I also had a chance to interact with her on more of a recent journey as she served as a last-minute chaperone to our 7th grade trip to Boston. She was an emergency replacement, stepping in without hesitation, giving up her Saturday to go to Boston. She brought the same kindness, calm presence, and genuine enthusiasm that she shows in the classroom every day. Her willingness to go above and beyond a true testament to her character and her deep commitment to working with children. And I did remind her recently that she has like 20 more trips to do, so we're looking forward to that. So congratulations to Ms. Marcello on earning tenure, and thanks for all she has done and continue to do for the students of Mount Sinai. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Mr. Catlin.
Is it on? Mr. Kinnett warned me. He said, if you pick it up, you're going to turn it off by accident. And 100%, I turned it off by accident when I picked it up. So thank you. They say in sports, in order to win, you have to draft well. As a principal, you don't have many opportunities to hire people. You have to hire well. We hit the jackpot with Caitlin Kennedy. I was on the interview committee with Ms. Savelli, our special ed director, years ago. We interviewed like maybe 30 people on Zoom. I remember it was during a Zoom year. And afterwards, I said, we need her in the elementary school. And Ms. Savelli said, no, we have a need in the middle school. So she was in the middle school for 1 year. And the next year when something opened up, I was so excited to get her back. I've gotten to know her over the last 3 or 4 years. Caitlin is an amazing human being. Such a smile on your face, 24/7. Good day, bad day, 3:15, 8 a.m., always smiling. There she is right there, big smile. And, you know, not many teachers are smiling on June 17th or 16th or whatever today is, but her commitment is unparalleled. when she was teaching 2 years ago, she noticed there was a lot of phonics needs in her room. She went and got herself trained in the Wilson Reading Intervention System, which, if those of you who don't know, that is a year-long program. It's a deep practicum. It's a commitment. It's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of after hours, before hours work, but that's who Caitlin is. We've sat in a lot of conversations with, oh my goodness, her daughter is adorable, by the way. She's just waving at me. Hi, Maddie, is adorable. But we've sat in many conversations with parents, with colleagues. She is well respected by all. She is technologically savvy, much more so than me. I've seen her do things. We have meetings about 2 or 3 times a year with teachers. We call them data meetings. We check in, how are your kids doing, bring data. Caitlin came this year with these beautiful charts, like pages and pages of charts of just students, their IEP goals, their personal goals, how are they doing, just blew us away. Me and Ms. Teffenhart were talking just like, did you see, oh my God, that's amazing. Like, Caitlin is just, when I look at the future of Mount Sinai Elementary, I hope we can hire 30 Caitlin Kennedys in the next few years. Thank you so much for everything you do. It's a joy working with you every day, and congratulations.
And Ms. Savelli.
Hi, good evening. I have the honor of being here tonight to speak on the behalf of Donald Magnuson. Donald Magnuson came to us same time as Ms. Kennedy, and he serves, there's a number of roles you have across the district. Mr. Magnuson serves as the 504 chairperson in each of our buildings. He serves as a CPSE chairperson. He serves as our CPI instructor for our staff. He provides social emotional lessons throughout the district as well. And he provides counseling sessions for our students as well. I think I've gotten everything. As I was sitting and preparing my thoughts for your tenure, I thought about all your great strengths. And the one thing that came to mind, and I spoke to the district office about, was your ability to form these unbelievable relationships with a number of stakeholders within our district. The first being our students. We visit our preschools together, and we visit our students there, and these students are 3 years old, 4 years old, and they see him and their face light up because he comes to visit our students. He goes into classrooms, and the students sit at attention. Mr. Magnuson's here. He's here to deliver the fun lesson, not the math, the fun lesson. He's there to provide the counseling sessions for our students when they need somebody to give that additional support. You're there for them at all times. You build these relationships with parents. Mr. Magnuson, I don't know if anybody knows or everyone knows, is he's the first face of special education in Mount Sinai, meaning at the preschool level. Because he's there for CPSE, he helps parents what we call their journey of acceptance, learning their child's strengths, their area of needs, and how we can support them. He's the first face at that age. He builds these wonderful relationships with parents. And with staff, we're so grateful to have you here. You have been part of our team to help with strategies. You've been part of our team to build our programs. You see early on our numbers coming in, and you give me the heads up 1 to 2 years beforehand, before they even set foot in our buildings. You let us know who's coming and how we can support them that early on. We thank you for that. Through all of this and through your accomplishments, you've accomplished a lot in life. You're here with your family. Mr. Magnuson came to us as a single man. During that time, Victoria, we were part of the whole process in your journey. You became a husband. You bought your first home. We spoke about that. And you just celebrated your first Father's Day yesterday with baby Maverick. So we congratulate you both in your personal and your professional life, and we look forward to continue seeing you grow. Come on up.
Thank you. And congratulations to all. The board will be voting on that this evening. And that is it for my report.
It's hard to follow that up. Amazing people we have. Students, staff. Congratulations to everybody tonight. I'm going to move along with the lesser of the exciting stuff. Anthony, approval of minutes.
Resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education hereby accepts the minutes of the May 13th, 2025 regular meeting and May 20th, 2025 annual budget/board vote as submitted.
Thank you, Anthony. Can I have a second? Second. Thank you, Christy. All in favor? All right. John, if you would, personnel, A through D.
Resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education hereby approves personnel items A through D as listed below.
Thank you, John. Can I have a second? Thank you, Chuck. All in favor? Good, that passes. Christy, if you would, action items, number 5, educational.
Action item, educational. Motion resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent. The Board of Education hereby approves action item A as listed below.
Thank you, Christy. Can I have a second? Second. Thank you, John. All in favor? Good. Chuck, number 6, action items for business.
6, action items, business. Motion resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent. The Board of Education hereby approves action items A through V as listed below.
Thank you, Chuck. Can I have a second?
Second?
Thank you, Christy. All in favor? And it passes. That would be... Was that it? Did that take?
We have somebody that we appointed this evening also. That's here in the audience.
Yeah, we're out of our... We just have the teacher retirements?
And the tenure things, and then just stop because Shannon, one of our new teachers.
Hold on. Oh, sometimes it gets a little mixed up here. As we said before, I'll just read off this next section, the teacher retirements. We went through with Ms. Sue Briska, Mr. Tom Duffy in the elementary, Dr. Shapiro in science in the high school, and Mr. John Wilson. Can I get a motion to accept those retirements? Thank you, John. Can I have a second? Second. Thank you, Chuck. All in favor? Aye. Tenure appointments. Do you want to do the tenure appointments individually? All right. John, if you would, number 8, just read off the tenure appointments. You can put them together since we've gone through them. Just the names.
Sure. For our 10-year appointments, Donald Magnuson, Caitlin Kennedy, and Tracy Marcello.
Thank you, John. Can I have a second? Thank you, Chuck. All in favor? Excellent.
Congratulations. I'd also like to point out we have one of our staff members who was appointed this evening, Shannon. Where is Shannon? Raise her hand. This is our new Spanish teacher. Congratulations and welcome aboard.
Congratulations. And this is when we turn it over to Ms. Hahn for your final report.
Yes, thank you so much. Good evening, board members. I'd like to share with you the events at our school from this past month one last time. The last few weeks have been very busy at the elementary school. We had our Boots and Saddles Revolutionary War reenactment in May. Our 4th grade students participated in a series of Revolutionary War era activities and learned about lives in the 1700s. We had horses, cannon fire, and food. It was definitely a highlight of the 4th grade. 4th graders also had their annual carnival organized by the PTO, Mr. Catlin, Mr. Walsh, Mr. Ianchino, Mr. Kaplan, and Mrs. Bruce. all volunteered to be dumped in the dunk tank. Students also had snacks and games provided by the PTO. On June 3rd and June 4th, the elementary school welcomed our newest kindergartners and their parents for a spring orientation. The upcoming kindergartners read a book and did a craft with kindergarten teachers while their parents attended an informational session hosted by Mr. Catlin to introduce them to our building. On June 18th, the kindergarten and pre-K will have their annual graduation ceremony, while our fourth graders will move up to fifth grade on June 24th. The ceremonies will be outside or inside depending on the weather, and we look forward to our students moving on to their next phase of childhood. June 13 was our annual Flag Day ceremony. The entire school sang Grand Old Flag, while fourth graders in the band and orchestra performed for their families in front of the school. We also had a speech by Malin Disicomp, a fourth grader, talking about the history of Flag Day. First grade also took a trip to Benner's Farm on 2 separate days in June. Thank you to SEPTO for funding part of our trip and helping ensure all students were able to go at an extremely low cost. The students had a great time meeting the animals and learning about farm life. If you've noticed new plants and flowers outside of the elementary school, that was thanks to the work of our third grade class planting them for the spring. Thank you to the third graders for your hard work. The middle school has also been counting down the last days of school with their ABC countdown. There's been lots of participation across the building, and we really appreciate everyone's spirit. Today was our last 8th grade class day, and the students spent their afternoon voting for next year's class officers, getting yearbooks, signing their yearbooks, playing field day games, and having a special lunch. It was a nice day for the grade 8 students to spend together before final exams begin tomorrow. Our final exam schedule for 7th and 8th grade begins tomorrow and runs through June 24th. Grade 8 will attend our moving up ceremony after exams on June 23rd. Their moving up ceremony is scheduled for Tuesday, June 24th at 6 p.m. in the high school auditorium. At 7:30, we will have our semi-formal in the middle school cafeteria, where a very memorable experience awaits the students. In terms of scheduling for the middle school, all students will be in attendance full day on Wednesday, June 25th. 122 grade 7 students will be going to New York City on this day to see The Outsiders at Jacobs Club Theater and eat lunch. Students will conclude the year on June 26th and 27th with half days with a special bell schedule in effect. 5th grade students will attend a field trip to Cold Spring Harbor's laboratory, exploring the science behind DNA. This is a very hands-on experience, and students will have a great time. On May 28th, grade 6 students attended their class field trip at Cradle of Aviation Museum. Our middle school spring concert program took place over 3 nights on June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Congratulations to our music department faculty and students for having a great year of music performance. Finally, this middle school would like to thank our assistant principal, Mr. Dyroff, for his decades of service to the district and specifically for his help in the role as assistant principal over the last 2 years. We will wish him the best as he moved into retirement beginning July 1st. He will always be known as a kind person with a big personality all throughout the district, and I know personally that my family has been touched by all he has done for the school. Over at the high school this month, we hosted our variety show at the high school featuring many different talented singers, comedians, musicians, dancers, and a student band. It was an enjoyable night where students could display their talents and have fun. Thank you to Mr. Izzo, Mr. McAvoy, all the backstage crew, and all the staff and faculty involved in setting up this show. There has also been multiple field trips this month. The Calc students took a trip to New York City, and the AP Bio students took a trip to Long Island Aquarium. The student government gave monetary donations to support both trips. The senior class had their picnic last Friday, and the students received their yearbooks and have prepared for their upcoming graduation, which will be on June 27th. We have an incredibly talented senior class this year, and although it's sad to see them go, we know they will accomplish many great things in the future. The Art Honor Society went to Mather Hospital to bring their painted ceiling tiles with garden flowers to provide a beautiful and peaceful site for the patients at the Hospital Fortunato Breast Cancer Health Center going through ultrasound testing. The student government recently held its elections in the gym, where each candidate gave a speech and their peers were voted for each officer position. The cabinet is very excited and eager to start working on and planning events for next year. Our previous officers have done an amazing job and have been wonderful examples of what strong leadership and dedication looks like. They are all students who have very difficult course loads and have taken on the responsibility for being amazing officers. So thank you to our previous officers. I'd also like to thank our advisor, Mr. Cicillo, for all his hard work and dedication throughout this year. Guiding us through this year's many events and challenges has definitely not been an easy task, but one that Mr. Cicillo has put in exceptional effort and time into. Finally, I would like to say thank you to the entire Board of Education and all the faculty who have been so kind and supportive to me during this role as a student representative. All of the principals and vice principals who have made it abundantly clear that I can come to them for anything at any time has made me feel beyond comfortable and supportive. This experience has given me a much deeper understanding and appreciation for all the hard work that is put into making things happen in our district. Seeing the importance of consideration and compromise in this way has truly taught me so many life skills, and I'm deeply grateful for this amazing opportunity. Thank you for all the time and sacrifices that you've made, and for always thinking of us students in every decision you make. Thank you so much for your time, and have a great night.
Thank you, Audrey. It's been so wonderful spending the last year with you and getting your reports. You have such detailed, in-depth reports about the goings-on from the student perspective, and that's really important for all of us to receive that. We hear it from the adults, but to hear it from the students and to hear what's going on, your reports have been invaluable to the board. We appreciate it and wish you all the best as you go into your senior year.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much.
Enjoy. Thank you so much. All right, that moves us into any questions or comments from the community. Nothing? Quiet night tonight? All right. Well, with that, if I could get a motion to adjourn. John, always quick for that. Can I have a second?
Second.
It's the only one I get a second right away.
We have a reception.
And we do have a nice little reception for our tenure teachers and retirees. We appreciate it. So with that, motion to close is done. All in favor? Aye. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you.